Well, I'm here with my first ever TNA Impact review actually, and I must say, people have asked me, why haven't you made a Raw review this week? Is it coming? No, it's not coming, because simply, what is there to review about this week's Raw? It lacked momentum. They didn't build up the Royal Rumble match, except for that at the end with the promo, which was the first time they ever built up the pay-per-view, with a promo between Triple H, HBK, Cena and Big Show, four guys that, wow, are they really gonna be in the Rumble? I didn't know that. And maybe they will turn this stake around and someone completely not talked about guy will win this entire Rumble, but they gotta build it up better. More competitiveness, more wrestlers striving to win it. There's only these four guys that talked about it, and they got the Bret Hart Vince thing going, HBK, Undertaker, but other than that, they got nothing going, they got no intensity, they got no continuous storylines going through the shows that makes from show to show, or the entire single show at once, where you can follow a storyline throughout the night. Compare that to TNA right now. There's so much going on, there's so much intensity, there's so much that you can't simply take the eyes of the television. And I'm going to say, I promised in my TNA Genesis review that I'm going to talk about a little about Hulk Hogan, Eric Bischoff and Vince Russo's involvement with TNA, and how I think they will add to the show and what they do to the show that makes it good. Vince Russo, yeah, he's a very good storyline writer. He's getting an unfair amount of criticism and heat out there because he has a good feel for it. He is great at thinking outside of the box. However, he can take it to a certain level, and he's got all those ideas. He can just pop out idea after idea after idea. However, when it comes to hype the matches, make the action on the ring and outside of the ring and in the ring very intense, make you interested, and make you not want to take your eyes off the TV, make you glued in your couch. That's the Bischoff thing. Eric Bischoff knows how to do that. He's been working with marketing, he's been working with editing shows, with booking wrestling, writing promos since like at least in the 80s. He knows the business damn well, and he knows how to make you interested, how to make you actually, how to take away this feel of this is one episode of TNA and this is another episode. He simply make it a entire line of episodes that you feel like, okay, they really cut it off right here, but it's going to continue and pick up right where it left last week. So he's got a continuous string of shows, which really doesn't make this start and stop with each and every show. That's what Eric Bischoff is so good at. He wants you to feel that, wow, I can't miss next week. I want to know what the heck happened. He makes you only see half of what goes on, because that way you want to keep watching to find out the rest of it. Because overexposure can actually kill a product, not only in its quantity by a lot of shows, but also in its quality and in limited environments. If you have an entire show and if you show people like 90% of what's going on, or like in TV series like Lost, you show them 50%, people feel that they gotta keep watching because they want to know that other 50% as well. They want to know more, and that way they're gonna keep watching. That's where Eric Bischoff comes in. Hulk Hogan on his part, he's a great guy at seeing talent. He's got, just like Bischoff, great psychology. He's got like 30-40 years of experience of wrestling himself, being in the business, booking shows, and he has an eye for talent, and that's what his strength is. And these three guys, along with Jeff Jarrett and other talents and storyline writers, they're going to do a great job for TNA, because they deserve great ratings right now. They really deserve great ratings for what they do, and as of now, seeing the last couple of weeks what WWE has produced, I'm not that impressed. I don't know why. I think WWE are too comfortable. They know they have the Royal Rumble. People are going to watch the Royal Rumble match. No matter how they promote it, no matter how they build it, people want to see that match. And they know it. Hence, they get lazy. They lean backwards in the couch and just, well, we don't need to do that much. They get comfortable with it. You can never do that. That's the quite opposite of what Eric Bischoff is all about, because he keeps booking, hyping. And that his version also of booking is every match gotta mean something. That's pretty much Eric Bischoff's agenda. And if you look now, for 4 weeks, we've seen Kurt Angle versus AJ Styles 3 times. And I can say, if WWE has done the same thing, compare Christian to William Regal this week on ECW. I was so tired of it. It was a good match, chain wrestling, but still, come on, did I really want to see that match? Eric Bischoff, he will never allow you to even think, do I really want to see this match? Do I really want to see it? Because Eric Bischoff, at the same time as the match is announced, his theory and what he wants is you to feel, that's the only thing I ever wanted to see. That's how Eric Bischoff thinks. WWE, they booked a lot of meaningless matches this week on Raw that didn't mean a damn thing, or if it meant something, you didn't know what it was. But every match got to mean something. If you want to, do you want to watch a hockey game that doesn't mean anything? Of course you don't. A hockey game is supposed to mean something. Either it's a game between two players in each game, or it's the winner gets the goal, the winner wins the group, the winner advances to the next round, the winner climbs the rankings. It's got to mean something. That's where Eric Bischoff comes in again. So going on to this week's show, I talked about the squared circle being a problem to the wrestlers at Genesis. That was wiped all away. Now the opening match, intense matches all through, with Hernandez, Matt Morgan looking so impressive, defeating British Invasion, retaining the tag team titles. A rift seemingly between the British Invasion members, with Rob Terry coming in, costing them the match allegedly. Moving on, we had so much stuff going on tonight. I'm worried to an extent, because finally, as we thought that Orlando Jordan had not signed with TNA, he came out for a match and he defeated D'Angelo Dinero. And we got somewhat of a rerun from Genesis where Sean Morley defeated Daniels. And this concerns me because I don't know where they're heading with this. Hopefully it will all build up to a rematch between Orlando Jordan, D'Angelo Dinero, rematch between Daniels and Sean Morley, and the loser leaves town, because I don't think they can't push and they can't replace. As it feels right now, it seems like, okay, they're going to replace D'Angelo Dinero with Orlando Jordan, and Sean Morley is going to take Daniel's spot. I don't buy that. I don't buy that at all. They're going to have some sort of rematch, because Daniels and D'Angelo Dinero above all, needs to have their spot solidified in TNA. So maybe this is just a way for Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff that they book, and they make us believe, oh damn, the TNA wrestlers are gonna be dominated, they're gonna be thrown out, and that's why they have them lose to these new guys. And in the final end, in a couple of months, these old TNA wrestlers like Daniels, D'Angelo Dinero, they're gonna get their comeback. Hopefully that's the way it is. Nasty Boys, the short-term deal, and I think Knobs didn't look that good. Sags look pretty good, and they got great psychology. I mean, they've never been fit. They've never been fit, not even in their heyday, so that's not really an argument against them. But I think their match with 3D is actually, I think they will mix up pretty good. That's a perfect match-wise, and after that, I can see that Nasty Boys are going to stay that much longer. The same goes for Morley and for Orlando Jordan. Orlando Jordan actually got the crowd going while he came out to his swagger. And more on, so I don't see how long the band is going to stay together, but at least they got something going. People are interested in Scott Hall and Sean Waltman. Bubba Love Sponge, I don't know, maybe that's the same thing. People are going to feel, oh man, he sucks. We wanted our Jeremy Borash back, and finally in the end he will probably get back. But this is perhaps the way they book. And AJ Styles, Kurt Angle, wow, the promo in the beginning, Styles looked really good as a heel. I was impressed, and the way they built the match up. People may be irate over Hulk Hogan doing the talk for Kurt Angle, but I thought Kurt Angle, that was good. He announced the match, Kurt Angle just straight vision towards, and that built the entire match. And the Screwjob at the end, first, but the way they built that, Kurt Angle made it work. Kurt Angle made it work. The way he sold it afterwards, spitting at Hulk Hogan, destroying the ring set, the chairs. Wow. Awesome. Well, and why they did that? Well, people are going to talk about it, that's for sure. People are going to talk about it was a screw job in TNA, and they referenced themselves to the history, perhaps the most famous incident in the wrestling history, and people are going to talk about that. And the way Kurt Angle sold it, perfection. Simple perfection. Great to see Angelina Love back in action. Be sure to check out my TNA Genesis review, and well, there ain't much going on in WWE right now. I'll come back with my Royal Rumble predictions early next week. Thank you for watching. Share your thoughts on TNA, and wow, what about the end? Bischoff coming out bloody? Just that thing. You gotta watch next week to find out what happened. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.